Should begin our investigations then. I'm acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the Chief Overseer of Elders. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. Thus I suggest we fall back on the tried-and-true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon. I have a good idea of where we might begin. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Game's throwing me curveballs. Home's the east. Uh-oh, hold on. First just straight east. To northeast now. We're gonna have to go this way for progression, I'm sure, but I'm still doing it. Wait, that's at 36 north. It's up there. I see it. The purple text was big brain. And nobody convinced me otherwise. Just gonna teleport right there. Loggers. Also, I worry that stuff is catching up. So, we're gonna go ahead and do some of these random things too. Alright. Also, chat, I forgot to switch. Poggers! Really? Why did you? Yo, what's up, Greg?
Remy.
Thanks for that support, bud. Hope you're doing well today. Hope.
Cheering you on in your battle.
Thank you, my dude. I think this will get us so that, like, the next quest after this should ding us to level 88. Which would be good, chat. We need that. Somehow, I'm behind. Well, not behind. Just barely ahead. Awesome. That was not as much experience as I thought it was. Biggest F, dude. Alright. Well, shiz. Alright then. Man, okay. We still got
Fate complete. Biggest F and L.
Yeah, dude. Biggest F, and it feels like an L for sure. See that woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Eastman. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis. And from what I can recall, she has held her position there for quite some time. Chances are she could provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing out answers if need be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Okay. Yo. Questions for me? I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Cannot do. Alright. This will take some time. Allegedly. Greetings, Mina. My friend is here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes and was wondering that you might indulge her. Certainly, Mr. Finette. Anything to be service? What do you wish to know? What kind of person is Hermes? Yeah, let's start there. Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but he's a dude! I'd occasionally describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say. And occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief officer. The man is walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any specimen in extreme detail, and is the leading authority on concepts of the power of flight. I hope that answers your questions. Is there anything else? How long has Midian been here? Yeah, he said it was the sister, right? And the other ones have already gone to explore the stars. Can't really say. As Chief's personal creation, Midian has not been subjected to observation and study like other concepts. So one day, she was simply there. What do you make of her abilities? She said she's highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but not been occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you wish you knew him better? The Chief may not necessarily be the most gregarious individual, but he engages with us as necessary for everyone performing their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude on his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though, if you want to learn more about Midian, you could try speaking with Diamios, another expert in the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observation on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, unless you particularly enjoy their rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise. Should keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and insight. Think nothing of it. Is there anything else you need during your stay? Please do not hesitate to ask. Come on, I think we've had enough of these mean staying. Okay! Our investigation is off to a fine start. Wouldn't you agree? From here on, I propose we split up. I shall continue making quick inquiries to the resident observers. You can track down the colleague that she mentioned. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during the previous conversation, you seem more capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is you watch your footing around the stream. You can meet back here once you find this Tiamos. Timios? Talminios. Timi, mini, dimi, mimilimios. Timiniminimus. Tieminiminimus. Tyler. We're calling him Tyler. Yes, I'm Timios. Because you voiced and started the animals. Be voiced! God damn it. So what do you wish to speak about? What do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creations? Chief Hermes' work, a worthy subject indeed. Those beings that show up to the clouds, majestic and graceful, are the favorite of creators, even now with very varieties into existence of fun new indeed. Okay. Which sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his own boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Medion too is a marvel done. In my opinion, no matter will be superficial to the best. Despite my adoration for Medion's concept, I've never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know she's a gift of communication via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. Chief Hermes had chosen to submit Medion's concept to the Bureau of Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny, analyzing a collector's creation before the step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice. That would be a different story entirely. Do you know Dynamis and Antelis? Dynamis and Antelis? Please. Those terms sound vaguely familiar. Okay. Okay. Pretty much useless. Back already? That was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off that rambling incident you mentioned. Do you have any findings to share? See, even an expert in the field has a little understanding of Medion's capabilities, a little unaware of his dynamis. My questions result in much the same answer. Hermes' colleagues view Medion as a personal project and can provide no detail beyond those what you just told me. Which leads me to believe the only person with any significant knowledge of dynamis is Hermes himself. Okay. Present, the strongest link we have to the final days of the power of Dynamis. Okay. Sheer sisters were created journeying stars to search for intelligent life. I rather wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? I don't know. So these siblings of hers now travel the great expanse in search for deeper meaning. Thank you. Though the mystery at hand remains unresolved, I feel like you touched upon a vital clue. One we should keep in mind as we continue. Okay. Tower and the one further are both part of the Perpetua Crystalline, the facility where they archive all of Elpis' observational and testing records. Despite of how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we're here, is it? Just cut my architectural lesson short to see those two archivists have to share. If you find someone to speak with over at the other tower, I should join you there or not. Boo, it's like up there. Yeah, okay. You have an appointment for me? Or you have questions for me? Certainly. Okay. Please, dear God. I'm begging for voice acting. Indeed, so if you provide a comprehensive log of these behaviors, we should be able to have sufficient data for official records. Now, what was you wish to speak to me about? One thing he has so spoiled me with every damn thing is voice acted? Yeah. Chief Overseer's Personal Research Project, by that I assume you mean Medion. The only thing with ESO is it's considerably shorter than, like, even, like, most expansions in this game. Like, you could blast through ESO stupid fast. I don't know, chat. I think this is, like, easily one of the biggest MMOs I've ever played. It's fucking ridiculous. Chief Overseer's Personal Research Project, and by that I assume you mean Medium. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing research trialed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly what Medium appeared, only that she now spends much time at Chief Hermy's side. Although, I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galen shared with me. Ah, Gillian is my partner and fellow researcher here in the Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Medion heavensward, a host of them. For several days she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she'd ever seen. Sounds like a story I should hear. Ian, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Mistress Van I'd like you to already return to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our the surface. Are we underground? Pray do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after the task, but I've been suddenly become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with a retelling of the site which has you so delighted you are gaining? Of course. You hear from my lips directly if you prefer. Okay. She does enjoy her time there watching sea creatures hunt and play. Hold on, guys. She does enjoy her time here, then watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters at the world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mr. Venonat, even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to Star. Indeed they do. Where are we? 'Tis a rest well-deserved and long overdue, I should think. How great we have prospered for the wisdom you've accumulated during your travels as a Zim. And what would Elpis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much enduring passion as you. I dare I say, there is not a soul alive more worthy of a return. I shall rejoice the days you depart on your final journey. I will be honored. Well, we should take this opportunity to meet with Galen in person. Allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. These will take you up to the skyway and spray you need to avoid hostile concepts in the ground. That'd be most helpful, thank you. I've opened the path to the skyway, okay. Mistress Venet, just passing through. Allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there's always an observer or two out on the upper skyway. Mistress Venet, I was told not to expect. We would have prepared an unofficial welcome. Please, there's no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak with Galen if that might be arranged. Ah, yes, I'll inform her immediately. She may be engaged in the testing phase. You could be in for something of void. She'll let her know your business is urgent. That will be necessary. This lovely view will keep us occupied until she's ready to receive us. Voiced. Oh, I feel it. This one's voiced.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
It's beautiful as ever.
I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice.
I mean, one of those makes sense.
While
Sure.
we wait, will you not tell me about
First the
your
clowns, welcome.
adventures?
We're doing well.
Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
It's a fair point. What story is she telling, Chet? Monica, please.
Incredible.
Heaven's Word? Like, we're...
Oh,
that's
I
normally the one I would
couldn't wait
imagine
to
she'd
see
tell.
it.
To be real.
Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath.
No.
I ventured forth on a journey that very day. So very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new. And so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose. My love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness.
We didn't get to answer F, dude.
My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. It was in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone. Like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up. Then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Matea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Alright. So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what I've learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others. Which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under that assumption, our next step should be to divine why, or even if, he might desire such a terrible fate for us. Oh my god, he kind of would, wouldn't he? I'm gonna have to get rid of my bow on me. That helmet is sick. Can't wear it though. I should like to visit the site from which Hermes set forth the Matea. If you're fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives this research of his. Galleon said she spotted the southeast rising from an isle she could see from the edge. If we stay at the same vantage point, we should not prove too difficult to look at the isle in question. Should we take a look? Okay. Still no extra quests out of this. Poggy, strap. Chick's shirt was cute AF. Now, if I were conducting some mystery research, where would I go? Ah. What about that one? Have you the means to fly? It is quite a distance away. Inconvenient, but hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos. Doggo! My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Monaco here over to the island? Oh my god. This is why Argos remembers us. Stubborn creature, there's no place in this great star we have not traveled together, and yet he still remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos, he's rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. What? You've written him before? You're before meaning at my after. Not at all confusing, that. Interesting. It's certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of the here and now, there's a quick solution is for us both to face off in a sparring match. Huh? Demonstrate to him that you're capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you're worth his back. Besides, I might even teach you a thing or two in the bargain. You seem doubtful, but a useful lesson or not, will certainly be a moment to remember. A memory of the distant past to cherish. What say you, traveler out of time? Choose your battlefield. Admire your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapons. I will await you at the clearing over yonder. I don't want to talk shit, Jed. Sorry, past, future Hadwin. Future past, Crystal Lady. Okay. She's not gonna go easy on me. Anyway, so we're gonna kick her ass. Easily, might I add. Of course.
Let neither side hold back.
Aw, that's some bullshit.
My blade sings!
Yeah, hold that one. Whoa!
My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Yeah, gonna do that.
No
Did you just
quarter.
flash change? She for sure did.
Have a taste. I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Another class change. Now she's a white mage? So she started as a paladin, then she moved into a dancer, and now she's white mage.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, bro. No, no, no. Ah! Yep. First that's it. Hog.
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Back to paladin. Got one vulnerability. Shit.
Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Bro! Fuck!
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will! You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
Thank God! That was a hell of a thing. Yikes.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly
Oh, fuck! I fucked up by clicking
One
there.
would think I never learn.
I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
Yeah, I should have died.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
I love this. Space Dog makes sense now, too. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Argos doesn't have us standing on the very spot where Matea made their departure into the late night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Then, we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. Okay. Back to the edge, and then we'll use the currents. Yikes, that fight kicked my ass. I had like 3 mistakes total. He motions to his back with his muzzle. You've been given the go-ahead to get on. Is this pleasant? Argo certainly seems to think so. Now, what was the name of that tree? No something. Ah! Notophoron. Quite a striking specimen, is it not? Brace yourself for the landing. I wouldn't want you tumbling off at the last minute. Stretchies.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
Is she talking about the Echo?
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me.
Bro, she straight up is Heidelin. Like, she same sense as like Louis Suarez Primal.
The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness.
Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, as though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Getting some feels, chat.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
We're gonna see her again older. Hermes wouldn't wish the final days.
I'm inclined to agree. As we had suspected, the two are somehow involved. Yet 'tis difficult to believe that they would deliberately seek to end all life. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution.
I still can't believe we're telling everybody. That seems like some paradox level kind of shit.
Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Like, I feel like this is giving us like another shard almost. There are any number of places where Hermes might be an ellipse. But I wish that we could do worse than look at Encetus Hyberia, the largest facility. It stands at the Ethocelitotes Boreas, the Northern Isle. I want a Monica for an institution which claims to studiously research every specimen is destined for release in the world. Did you not question how they find room for them all on so few islands? The answer lies within Encetus itself. I touched upon the practice before back the archives, where the vast structure is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. Same holds true for the interior of this facility. It's magically constructed environs. 'Tis there, within the sprawling habitats, the chief overseer and most of the Ellipsis' observers conduct the bulk of the work. Come, the simplest route is via the teleporter north. Okay. And we have 2 more of these really quick to do. And this will likely get us to get like the last 2 aetherites. This is run out. Eat the fucking sandwich. Thank you. Alright, we'll pick up the quest. We'll resummon our Chocobo. We will hit 88 off of one of these. Alright. We're gonna go here, then we're gonna teleport here, then we're gonna go back here. Oh my god. Alright. I regret this. Okay. Thank the Lord. Alright, those two and the north. It's crazy how much longer that took. Not really, but like, you know what I mean? Like, that was like 3 or 4 minutes I just didn't need to walk. That didn't add anything, didn't do anything for it, didn't give us additions to the story, she didn't even say anything. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Cartridge 2. Third cartridge can be stored in the powder gauge. Cartridges are added by the gauge or using combos. That's just okay. Ew. Yo. Do 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 do. I don't really think about the cartridge as much. That's gonna change how I do combos. Nice. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Cool. Narrows us down to exactly 1. One etheric current still to find up here. Yep. Sweet. And then 1 left from a quest. Ah, good. The teleporter acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Catis's Hyperbia, we follow its path until after the crossroads. Cool. So it should be around the Aetherite. He's in the Aetherite? Okay, it should be around where the quest is. Maybe. Southwest. Huh? Southeast. Oh, it's behind a tree. Excellent. Well, this is the last Aether current that I need to grab. Bug, 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 bug. Here we are, the grandest research station in all of Elpis. We should head inside and ask Hermes whereabouts. Elpis? Oh. Hermes is another facility, as we've just discovered. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his study in the Dynamis, as well as his creation in Midternia, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appears to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Which means that Hermes himself harbors no desire to bring down an apocalypse, that he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or saith the illustrious Demixilk. According to your story, the 14th divined the connection between the celestial currents and the final days, but we were never able to pinpoint the root to the cause of calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hythaladius' sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is that the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which, in turn, leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew or was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practicing perceiving truth, and would have known had Fandaniel lied to us. Hermes had no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that I am certain. It seems that there is more to the tale after all. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. How comforting. We seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. There's no reason to delay further. It is time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for understanding. Save your thanks. Did not believe I believed your ridiculous story, but as Demixilk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous, personally offensive I might find it. He's rolling in the background. I love it. I think the time for leisurely exploration is past. I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is. Next eye over. Mityon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I might suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path and we can teleport to the Mediopsis Euros from the device at the bottom of the slope. Oh my lord. There's no way. There's no way you get up there without flying. Alright? You can jump puzzle in that bitch. Still level 87, thank god. Still ahead, albeit very slightly, I would imagine. They're close, within the Hungry Gardens. That'd be the circular enclosure you see up ahead. Well then, Monica, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, you would assume that I was the only that oppressed him on the Fandaniel manual of all. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance of convincing him to put aside his work for a moment. But the creations are not in there are not exactly... and again, perhaps Monica can handle them. She did survive a bout with Venat, after all. Off you go to find Hermes. But do be prepared to come to blows with Garden's denizens. Blah, 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 blah. I can speak in extraordinarily different ways. I can use language today. How do I feel them in different ways? Oh my god. I'm more bombs. Okay. Couldn't have given us more description than, oh, by the way, they're in the garden. Bruh. I see you, you slippery son of a bitch. Monica, what are you doing here? Like you were keeping Ida's and Emmett Silk company. Important matter and unrelated to my decisions on Fantan, you say. Then yes, I will come. As soon as my work here is finished. I will not be long, I promise, but you should really wait inside the garden with the others. There's no place for idle exploration. I'm doing it again. You can't make me deal with the mobiles. They're scary. Spoke of Hermes then. You're briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungry Garden as well. I see. Or I should say smell. I cannot speak for certain Convocation members, but I for one am impressed with your fortitude, dude. Well done, indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let's pray that things will soon take a turn for one better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet Emmett Selk, who would recreate Amarant in the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it in our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone. Naive. Hope, that is. Hermes said that he would not be long, yes? Then we shall wait here until he emerges. I trust.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Yeah, the end of all life.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
You don't have to be so rude about it, Emmett, alright? Bro.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, Rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of Dynamis and its transformative potential.
This all makes sense.
But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause.
Yeah, why it's being...
Though perhaps...
Well, the lack of ether.
What is it?
It's like a balancing system.
Even should it
keeps
be a
in check,
hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents.
Heidelin?
Someone, or something, is instigating...
Heidelin! Who we suddenly can't hear from.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
Heidelin.
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without Aetheris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Why are we being affected?
So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared, so lonely. The pain, it's too much. Why? Why do we? They hurt. Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Oh.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs Dynamis. That would explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Because we're more susceptible to dynamis.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
I don't know, man. Louis Swa even lost his mind when he became a primal. I don't think that there's a good way you could become one. I feel like Heidelin is highly involved in all this, especially with Zodiac gone. It just has to. Medion would be a very simple, kind of faux, fake-out answer. This seems too convenient. Strain my senses to limit the kind of themes. Calm your mind when we hear it. Okay. This leads somewhere that we haven't been, so I'm gonna guess this is actually probably it. No, Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run. I have to hide. Tonia's anguished voices grow distant at the source. It seems to slow down the sword. Yeah, down and slow. Okay. Person's still standing here. That's nuts. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no, we can't tell him that. We must run far away. Please don't follow me. Medion's anguished voice fades as you sense her climbing to the top of the ridge. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but fail to hear Medion's voice. She must be elsewhere. You strain to catch... Nope. What the fuck is she, man? Oh, chat, I'm so into this expansion. How? How did it come to this? Is this the reason we traveled to the stars? Why we sought out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No, it cannot be. It cannot be. Medion's anguished voice drifts away from the south. You know, Midgard Somer said a very interesting statement a while back, right? That comes down to that this was the last bastion of hope. That this was the final star. Right? Part of me wonders if there is no other life out there, right? And that all of them are gone. Or that there's nothing but, like, the final days affect every place. You strain to catch even the faintest whisper, but hear Mediona's voice. She must be elsewhere. If that makes sense. And that everything is over. There is no bastion of safety after this. There is no escaping with the moon. There is no fucking anything. Compiling report for the dissemination of Hermes and all people of Atheris. Proceeding expedition data. Preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations. Formulating answers to questions. Finalizing report. No, Monica, you mustn't listen. There's none. No. Well, I need... God damn it, child! It's wrong. It's all wrong. Face towards the lake. Any signs of Metion? Panicked and confused, which would make it all the more difficult to predict her movements. Hermes, what do you make of the situation? The Materia are aligned to a single mind, a shared consciousness which connects them across any distance. Suspect something has happened that disrupted its usual harmony. How might we access the shared consciousness of this? Much as you would approach any sentient being, directly. In Materia's case, it means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we can track down Metion, we just lost. We have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters. No way to provide directions or guidance. Though we best set our musings aside and concentrate on how we might find her. Bro, towards the lake. We're going. My dear Metion, what did you witness that frightened you so? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? I'm feeling like my idea, my hypothesis is pretty solid. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Metion renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does she not? So how much... So... Could we not disrupt her concealment with the surfeit of Aether? How much of itself solidified your presence when we first met you? Don't be absurd, I can hardly channel Aether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Monica will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once she ascertains Metion's likely condition or location, you proceed to reveal our wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever. And thankfully, she's made herself easy to capture by fleeing towards that. Assuming she is made visible, it should prove no great feat to herd her into a corner. Then we have our plan. Monica, Emmett Silk will be our tracker and trapper, respectively, while we others predict and obstruct Metion's avenues of escape. Emmett Silk and I will keep an eye on each other's Aether to help coordinate our efforts. Let's be about it. Well, it seems we are partners for the time being. Let us return to where we last saw Metion and pick up the trial from there. I will keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down Aether at a moment's notice, meaning it falls to you to keep away clear. This would make him broken, right? Like, this would be the reason that Fandaniel's done. There is no other life. There is no other worlds. There is nothing. We are it. I'm pretty fucking confident. Okay. Me getting on my mount fucking gets Emmett away. So, F. Don't ever do that again. Got it. Forgot. I am 99.99999 fucking % sure about this. Calm your mind. Okay. She's gonna be here. She's not. Also, these fucking horses are amazing. Nothing this way. Let's try it on the route though. I want one. Emmett? Bro? Bro, dude! Dude, bro! I got on the mountain instinctually, dude! Hey, bud! Hide, yes, I'll have to hide. Then no one can find me. Towards the water's edge. She went to the lake? As if this wasn't tiresome enough. Well, at least that open expansion should make it easy to find. It won't be... We won't lose it this time. Okay. She's like right here. Not really, but yeah. We should be able to reach the bottom of this drop by climbing down the rocks to the water's edge. Do you not even think of dragging me over the falls? Finally, a no. If I end up drenched from head to toe, I swear I'll feed you to a more. Big thing over there, and there's the dude standing right there. Gotta be it. Not here. I'm not here, please. By the rock, is she? Very well. Wait, why can't I hide? There's no need to run, Mition. Mition. Monica, what are you saying? Everything's so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away, I'm begging you. Don't make me say it'll break him. His poor fragile heart. Yeah, they're all dead. They're all dead, or there is no intelligent life, or... Now, we have a chance. Once he is in position, two of us can herd her into the midst. And it breaks Fan Daniel. But she hit it. She hit it. Yeah. And now, Heidelin is done. And she just wants them all to escape the world and the fate that everyone else has. Dude, this is so it. This is so it. It has to be. What is this? This is no teleport. So she's gonna run away. And that's gonna be a thing. Okay. I wanna talk to him right here though. Teleport not in use? Seems to have been left at the most young. Either way, there's no mention of Meteon's essence. We move on. Okay. Just curious why that had a thing. Because she's right here. And everyone's going to use the teleporter. Okay, got it. There, I see her. This is the absolute craziest shit. Because my mind is just fucking racing right now of what could possibly be it. But it has to be that. It has to be that everything's dead. They have to all be gone. It will break him. And I feel like she would rather probably, and this is going to be bad, kill herself rather than tell us at this point. Anything to not tell us. Okay, they went somewhere else. I didn't see her. So this has to be it.
Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Bro, good to see his mount. He mount up earlier with me.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please. Please protect them. Protect them all.
Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected.
They're all
Dio.
dead.
Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star.
The final days have happened
Surface
everywhere,
of which
Jack.
is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified.
Every place has had like a calamity or...
Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found. Only their lingering essence.
The last bastion of life. Did
Tesseract.
Midgard Somer told us.
Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarant. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain.
Yep.
Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard.
I want to die, and I want everyone else to die with me. That is my wish! Son of a bitch.
Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteion. Not until she has finished her report. All else must wait.
You fool!
Why, Hermes? Why could you not leave well enough alone? Will these answers assuage the pain you feel when the creation is returned to Aether? Had you ever cast your current... Because to question the distant stars, you might one day learn to be at peace upon this one. Hermes was headed to Kitsis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we might have a difficult time locating his Aether. All I can say is that he's entered from the rooftop and likely arrived in the uppermost point of the facility. So did we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is potentially a threat that needs to be brought under our control. The Communications duty to safeguard the star takes precedence over any stake in the matter. But not Monica? Just giving a stand on a precipice, but we've yet to determine beyond a shadow of doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we don't know the truth of the final days, we must give chase. Even if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment tonight. I still don't think it's that, man! Agreed on all counts. To Kitsis Hyperborea we go. Let's get a dungeon that we do with them. Bruh. Excuse me, something happened inside Kitsis. Yo. Mr. Van, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Kitsis is put in a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we've yet to investigate further. This is Hermes doing, obviously. And what does the state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Kitsis scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capacities. To consider us forewarned, we do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes. Must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what obstacles he has seen to fit to drop our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we'll not be our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I was off besides my ethereal vision. Then you'll put that talent of yours to good use. You were very skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Very skilled. Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You all need to make most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once a Zem, after all, and it was my job to rise to the occasion. Be that as a defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. Bro, it is! And you, so could impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easy as breathing. You can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Yes, the situation call for it. Excellent. That should cover for us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Monica, so it was only right you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteon. Meteon. We will face the future together. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna fucking kill with him. Bro. What the fuck is this expansion? Holy shit! Alright. 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 Before we do this, your boy's gotta go use the